The markets are fractal. What does that mean? And higher time frame bias. That's what I believe a lot of traders are missing. Either you don't know what fractal trading is or fractal charts, or you don't really know how to combine higher time frame trading, basically the higher time frame charts, 15-minute, 1 hour, 4 hour daily charts, to your day trading. And I know for myself, I was missing that piece for a long time in my trading, because it's easy to trade a 1 minute chart, a 5 minute chart. That's what most people trade, a 5 minute and below. And it's what they're looking for their executions on, their entries on. And it's very, very easy to get caught up in what is a 1 minute chart doing and not realizing maybe that 1 minute chart is opposing what a 15-minute chart is showing. Maybe it's not aligned with what the daily chart is showing. And if you've watched any of my videos or you've seen any of my trading before, you'll know that the way I look at the markets is I have a general bias. I have an overall bias on where I believe the market's going. If it's going long, if it's bullish, bearish, whatever. And I've said many times, because let's say I'm bullish overall, that doesn't mean my trade is going to be bullish. I could take a bearish, I could take a short trade. And that's because I understand this. I understand that all the time frames are fractal, and I understand the higher time frame bias. So in this video, I'm going to show you, I'm going to break that down. It's going to be a simple video. This might actually be one of the simplest ways that you see how to determine higher time frame bias, how to see that the charts are fractal, how to combine it and make sure that they're all aligned, and how to know when just to not trade. Because as I've said many times, you don't have to trade every single day. Now, when you start seeing alignment with time frames, that's a great indicator that you're probably going to get a good trade and it'll probably be a good day. So what we're going to do today is we're going to hop over to the charts. I don't want to spend much more time of me just rambling off to you. So we're going to hop over to the charts. I'm going to break it down for you really quickly, and hopefully this is going to help you see how to align the higher time frame, with whatever time frame you're executing on. All right, so let's jump over to the charts. All right, so this is the daily chart and we're on the NQ. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you exactly what I said, how to line up these charts. This video is for you if you are a price action trader, an ICT trader, anything like that. You're basically looking at the charts for, no indicators, things like that. I want to show you this because, first, let me also preface this by saying a lot of this can be seen, because I don't take credit for this. I learned somewhere. And if you watch the ICT 2024 mentorship course on his YouTube playlist, if you watch that, a lot of this is from that. But what I want to show you is a couple things from that, but I'm going to really mainly show you how it's fractal and what that means. All right. So really what fractal means is however I read a 1 minute chart is exactly the same way as I read a 1 hour chart or a daily chart. It's the same thing, the same concept. It's just a higher time frame. So if I zoom out of this daily chart, okay, and I look at it like this, I'm going to read this and the bars and the charts, the bars and the wicks and everything exactly like I would if I'm on a 1 minute chart. Okay, I'm going to read it the same way. Now, the only thing you have to keep in mind, and that's what being fractal means. Being fractal means is I can click on any of these time frames and I can look at the price action exactly the same. Market structure shift, if the trend, I don't know how you trade, whoever's watching this video, but if you're looking at the general market structure, right? Higher highs, higher lows, and you're looking for a shift in structure, you do that all on the same way on all time frames, okay? That's what it means by being fractal. So one of the biggest things that I do is, and I always show this, I've showed this on my framework videos, where I'm looking for where's price going. I'm looking for from the top down. I start from the top down. But look at this. So part of what ICT teaches on the 2024 mentorship, and this is what's been, working so amazing for me, and it's really simple, y'all. Just keep it simple. You're looking for areas of smoothness and jaggedness in the marketplace. All right. So let's take this price action here on this daily chart, and we're going to focus in from this high to this low down here that we made. All right, now look at this. I've been tracking this for a while. And whenever I say things, sometimes people are like, well, of course it's going to eventually go to where you said. But you got to have a reason. And if I have a reason, then, I can anticipate it with confidence. So if you look here first before, and I'm going to show you how the charts are fractal, okay? So the market went way down here, right? As I said, I'm looking for areas of smoothness. What does that mean? Let's take this, for example, and let's show this. You can almost, if your eye is not trained for it, you're not necessarily going to see it right away. But generally, the market is going to move like this, right? And then when it comes down, it generally is going to move like this. But there's times where the market does this, and then it does something like this, right? That's smoothness right here, where you have relative equal highs or relative equal lows. And in this case, on the daily chart, right here, you have this high, this high, this high, all within around each other. Now, because it's above the marketplace, the highest high, I want the ones to the right to be slightly underneath it. That's going to be buy side liquidity. There's a lot of orders resting up there. Okay. So the market is driven. It's like a magnet. It wants to go to liquidity. And then if you look on the bottom, this is what is being referred to as jagged. It's not smooth. It's like a point. And then it starts working its way to that. So areas of smoothness. Now look at this. That's a daily chart. So basically, when the market ran down here, before I go further, we had relative equal lows right here. So the market, after taking these and running below it, what did it do? Is there any smoothness down there? No, it's just a point. It's a jagged point. So you can see it coming up. So if it's going to actually turn around at this point, which is leaving some imbalances there, then where's it likely to head to? To the smoothness. Now you can look for that on every single time frame. Okay, so this is the daily. Now let me show you. Let's go to the 4 hour. Let's go to the 4 hour, just so you can see this. Look at this. Focus in on this. And I mean, people have asked me many times, how do you know where price is going? People are always getting on to ICT. How do you know where it's going? I mean, he tells you, like, pay attention and listen. Sorry to sound harsh, but if you listen, that's what it is. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. All smoothness. And then what does it do down here? Gets jagged. This is jagged, right? So where's it going to go? Once it gets jagged and reverses up with displacement right here and a market structure shift, right? As it takes these highs, that's shifting. That's a market structure shift. So where's it going to go as it continues up? To take out this area of smoothness, this area of smoothness, and ultimately right up here in this area of smoothness. 30.094. You can bank it like clockwork. Now, that's the 4 hour. This is what is fractal. This is what I mean by fractal. It all lines up regardless of the time frame. You go down to the 1 hour. Let's zoom out. Now, of course, the lower the time frame, you got to zoom out much more. But if I zoom out, look, smoothness, jagged, making its way up there. Now, this is how you trade it intraday, because what's going to happen is if you do this and just look at these high time frames, it's going to take you many days to reach up there. But if you look on each time frame for that, let's go and focus in down here. What did we have up here? Smoothness, got jagged. So where's it going to likely go? Take this out. Okay. And then it's going to, on its way, on the lower the time frame you go, each session. So like each morning, New York morning session, the New York afternoon session, or the London session, each session, usually it's going to create an area of smoothness if that's the way the price is going to want to go, and then a jaggedness area and work its way up to take out that smoothness. And it's going to typically align with these higher time frames. So basically what I'm going to do is, because I know, for example, go back to the 4 hour chart, I know this is my ultimate target up there. When I go each day, I'm looking for areas the price can pull back into, the market could pull back into, usually, and this could be on a 15, 5-minute or 1-minute chart, pull back into, usually taking out some areas of smoothness below on those lower time frames, taking it out, and leaving smoothness up there, taking out some sell side liquidity below, and getting jagged as it leaves some smoothness. And it'll keep doing that, leave some smoothness up here, get jagged. Keep doing that until it ultimately gets up there. That's literally all I'm doing. So until it reaches this. I'll keep waiting for price to get up there. Now, there has to eventually be a time where if it just runs away and completely, we've seen before, do completely opposite, well, then guess what's going to happen? It's going to end up doing the same thing in the opposite direction. But right now, the overall daily objective, I mean, that's pretty obvious to me right there. Until the market flips and completely tells me we're not going there. Like, for example, if for some reason the market stops and just goes way down and just takes that out, then I'll have to switch my mind. But then at some point, you might get areas of smoothness below, come up, get jagged, come take out the lows if the overall goal is to go short or be bearish at that point. So I hope you get what I'm saying. I'm just kind of giving you a flipped scenario. So then each day, you know, if you look for relative equal lows or smoothness anywhere. Now this is lately, this week, we've had a lot of high impact news, a lot of stuff going on, and we've just been going straight up, right? But what you're looking for is areas for price to create smoothness, okay, and then go. So like, for example, this is a 5-minute chart. We could, and I'm just kind of throwing it out there, what could end up, this is that 094 area. What you could end up seeing is, look how it's creating this area up here, a little bit of smoothness up here, creating an area of smoothness here. Now, obviously, this is the evening. It's not going to just like stay in this and go, you know, it could come down further, but this is just an example. As it creates smoothness above and below the marketplace, you're waiting for price to go and come down and get jagged again, or it could come up, leave some more extra smoothness right here, right? So by the time you come in the next day, you're looking, did it leave more smoothness? Then you're just waiting for it to get jagged below and go and take that out until it reaches that ultimate area. And then from there, you just keep looking for that over and over. So this is, like I said, it's a bird's eye view. It's not a very in-depth explanation of it, but what I'm trying to show is I hope it can resonate and make sense. And like I said, I'm not handpicking the best things to show right here because, you know, I don't want it to be look like I'm cherry picking, but same thing here. Like we have all this up here, right? Some little smoothness up here. And these are not very obvious because this week the markets just ran up because the higher time frames are really prevailing. And anybody that's been trying to go short this week, they're like getting crushed. Why? Because here's the higher time frame narrative. Here's the bias. And the 4 hours really the cleanest one where you can see the smoothness, right? So anybody trying to short this week, I mean, it's just not going to work out very well until we reach this 094. Now you might catch a little move down, like when we retrace a little bit, but I would not be looking to go short until we reach that. And that's what I'm talking about. Using the higher time frame narrative, the higher time frame bias to now align your lower time frame trades, right? So now if I'm on the 1 minute, just like I was talking about, look at all this down here, right? We got all this smoothness here. And then we got a little bit up here. It's not as smooth. So all you're doing is just waiting for price to get a little jagged where it takes some of this out. If we're bullish, you'd want to see it basically come down here, get jagged where it doesn't leave any smoothness. It takes out smoothness and then it heads up, right? So that's all I'm looking for. So if you go from the daily and you can identify that on the daily or 4 hour, 1 hour, these higher time frames, okay, then you have that bigger objective. You know where price should be going, and then you could trade it on those smaller time frames intraday or within your session. And if you know, just like I said, if you're trading a 1 hour session in the morning, like say it, you know, after the market open, you're just identifying, if you know it's bullish because we're reaching for this, you're identifying where could it reach down to continue to that bullish area. And it's really that simple, y'all. So I hope it's making sense. Now, on this daily chart, I want to show you again what I was talking about. Because up here, you have relative equal highs. Okay, I was eyeing this right here. So you have relative equal highs up here. I'm like, okay, maybe we're going to come up there one day, right? After we left this back in June. Okay, and then we had relative equal lows down here. All right, so you can see. We ran those out. We finally came down. Created smoothness up here. So that's engineering buy side liquidity to return to it another time. Came down. Ran this out. Got smooth here. ran this out, got jagged down here, right? Now it's displacing all the way up. After we take this out, then where would I expect price to go? Well, unless if it really tells me otherwise, I really have my eye up here. 975.50, right? Relative equal highs. You have one swing high up there that you're likely to take. So you'd use that as a target on one of the days before it gets up to here. But yeah, right here, this is, to me, it's obvious. So that's the way I look at it. Quick little lesson on that, how to break down the higher time frame narrative. And then you're just looking for the same thing on the lower time frame, and preferably in the same direction. And if you do that, and when it's not obvious, just sit out, like literally. Because it's usually going to be obvious every day you should be able to get something, but it just depends on what, session you're trading, if it's the morning, afternoon, London, whatever. Each one of those sessions, there's always going to be something. Was it every single day? Not always. But if it's not there during your session, either trade another session or skip and wait another day. It's that simple. That's simple, y'all. So I hope this helped you understand a bit about, the higher time frame bias and what prices fractal is. Okay. So I really hope that helped you. And as always, I just want to make sure and remind you that in the description below of this video, if you want to sign up for my weekly newsletter, I send out some weekly trading insights every Wednesday right into your email box. And also, I have a free prop firm guide that's in there as well. And if you are going to buy any Apex evaluation accounts, it's definitely appreciated if you use my code WIN, W-I-N. So until then, I'll see y'all in the next one. And I hope y'all have a great week in the markets. And as always, trade well, everybody. Take care.